Okay, everything look good? Go ahead.
It sounds
It
good.
is just 1 o'clock. Okay. Hello, today's presentation is Wellness Apps for Families, Tools for Calm and Healthy Habits. I am presenting from the Simon Technology Center at Pacer Center. We are in Bloomington, Minnesota. My name is Sarah Giffenhunter, and I am an assistive technology specialist. Here's my email address if you would like to send me questions directly. Pacer is a trusted source of information, training, and support for families of children with disabilities. Our services help families and youth navigate special education and other complex systems, discover assistive technology solutions, and access bullying prevention resources. We are the only organization in Minnesota that provides support for families of children and young adults with any disability from birth to age 26. And then the Simon Technology Center, we are basically a department within Pacer, and we are dedicated to making the benefits of technology more accessible to children and adults with disabilities. On the right-hand side here, I've highlighted some of our services. Information and referral is basically you can call us, email us, whatever, and we can help you, problem solve or find out what kinds of technology might be available. We also have a lending library, and that has an online catalog. You can reach it from the pacer.org website. And that is a free service to Minnesota families and individuals. We also work with schools, and we also offer out-of-state memberships to individuals, families, and professionals. So you can find more information about that on our website. We in the Simon Technology Center also do consultations and individualized trainings. And a consultation is basically an exploration of technology for an individual person. So we kind of set that up in advance and schedule it and have technology prepared to show you and hands-on trial. We are also able to do those over Zoom, so you do not have to be in the Twin Cities metro area. And then an individualized training is actually on a specific tool. So if you have a specific tool that you are wanting to learn a smart pen or some kind of software or an app, then you can get in touch with us and we prepare an individualized training for you. So we are here on Zoom. I have Paul here with me today. He's doing my tech support. He will put a link to the handout in the chat. And the handout, I guess I will have a QR code and a link on the next slide as well. At the end, there will be a workshop evaluation, and you can post in the chat, just select everyone if you want to ask a question or make a comment, maybe share something that has worked for you in the past. That's great. Or comments about things that I am demonstrating. And if you have questions, then Paul will share those with me if he's not able to answer them right on the chat. A certificate of attendance is available if you are attending this workshop live via Zoom. That's February 5, 2026. You do need to submit the evaluation at the end in order to receive the certificate. Okay, today's handout is actually 4 pages long, and it's great for you to have it open or whatever so you can reference it during the workshop. It's in the order of the demonstrations that I'm doing, and it gives a lot of information about, what the app, since we're looking at all apps today, what app the app is for Apple or Android. It gives information about, what some of the features are. And I did also add on here, this is kind of unusual. I don't usually do this, an estimated appropriate age range. And basically, I did that because I wanted this workshop to be for all ages. And so there are, just to kind of make it a little quicker for people, there are some that are more appropriate for like a preschool audience or for an older audience. And then whether the app, kind of related to that, whether the app requires reading in order to be able to navigate or use it. And then I also try to highlight on here if the text, when there is a text heavy section, if you're able to use the speak selection, at least on the iPad that I'm demonstrating on. Okay, so this is the agenda for today. We're in the intro right now. And the demos I have broken up into 5 different sections: meditation and mindfulness, mood tracking and journaling, understanding your emotions, learning coping strategies, practicing healthy habits. And then we will have, wrap up at the end with the survey and such. A few notes. I am not a mental health professional. Apps do not take the place of a mental health professional. I'm not advocating that spending time with apps on a device is necessarily beneficial for someone, but I am just showing you apps that I have reviewed and spent some time with and that I'm able to, show you some of the special features about and accessibility and such. And then the other note is, if someone does have a problem, a child or whoever, maybe an impulse problem when they're on a device, there are very nice features on Apple products, probably Android as well, that can help. And that's what these are: screen time, guided access, assistive access. And I have information about that in the handout. That's something that you're interested in. Okay, so starting out, what is wellness? The World Health Organization defines wellness as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Now, in this setting, we're talking a little bit more about wellness with the mental health component, but they're all related. So, how apps can support wellness. Regulate breathing to soothe anxiety. Provide a tool to use when getting frustrated. Practice meditation to increase resilience. Can track your mood each day to watch for patterns. Learning about coping strategies or using a calming app to help you fall asleep. And a few of the criteria that I use when evaluating apps are just ease of navigation. If the tools and the menu hides all the time and you have to work really hard to find it, then I think that's not a really well-designed app. Utilizes different senses, so there's something interesting to look at. There's audio to listen to. It's nice when there's video, as well as interactive elements. So, doing like a check-in, you'll see, or a journal or something where you're actually engaging with the app, not just passively looking or listening to it. The cost of the app, it's going to be a really high mark for me if I'm able to explore all the features of the app on a free version. And then I think that's really helpful for people. And then when you really like something, then you can choose to pay for it and have the premium or the pro level. And then accessibility, which means it works with a screen reader, which I'm going to demonstrate for you next, the text size, things like that. So some of these apps I will be showing you how I have it read the text out loud to me. And that is not just for someone with low vision, that's also just to support someone younger who maybe their reading level isn't as high, or someone who can't read, or just someone with dyslexia. So I'm going to, now before I launch into the demos, I'm going to show you how to check those settings on the iPad. So here are the settings. Oh, yeah, I do. think I will go to the next one. Oop. Okay, yeah, I'm there now. Okay, here's the settings. And then under accessibility, we see read and speak. And when I click on that, then I've got a couple different things. So I have them already turned on, but speak screen will read the text that is on the screen, or speak selection. You'll see in a little bit, will speak the area that I tap on. Okay, so those are both turned on. I've got voices, speaking rate, things like that. So, and I actually have it set so that I don't know if you can kind of see that little thing. I have it set so it's really easy for me to get to it too. You'll see that in a little bit. Okay, so here we are on meditation and mindfulness. And the first app is a really simple one. It's just called Breathing Zone. And that's this one with the little blue dots on it. And this is great because it can be used for any age. You can see that it's colorful. I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And it's basically a guided breathing with a visual.
Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe.
Okay, so that's what it does. And then over here, when I go to settings, I just wanted to point out that you can change the colors, you can change the, how quickly it goes, you can change the voice. This is BPM, breaths per minute, breathing rate. So, yeah, but that's kind of nice. That's like basically what it does. It's guided breathing for calming. Okay. All right, the next one is called Meditation by Soothing Pod. That's the blue one with the little smile. And this app, I actually downloaded it and it was free at the time. And then now it looks like it's $14.99 on the Apple Store. I don't know what happened there, but it is at least a purchase, not a subscription. So if you're familiar with apps, sometimes, often these days they have subscriptions that are monthly or annual. And so this one at least is just a one-time thing. You know what you're paying and you don't have to worry about forgetting about it later. So this has a lot of nice audio and some really nice visuals as well. I have on the handout, I have an alternative that is available on, because this is iOS only. I do have an alternative that is totally free and available on Android, and that's called Let's Meditate, Relax and Sleep. And it's really nice too, but I think this one has a little more nice features. So I wanted to demonstrate this one. Um, Here we have, and I'm going to go across the bottom here and the different choices. I'm going to go to stories. Well, that was home. Okay. I'm going to go to stories. So it has bedtime stories, including stories for kids. So if we tap on that.
Hello, and welcome to Soothing Pod Sleep Stories. My name is Arif. Tonight, we will learn about the stars and the magic and wonder within them as I tell you the wonderful story of Amelia and all her stars.
So that's a 24-minute story. That's kind of nice. But I also kind of like how it's not a video that like, a child is gonna keep their eyes open to just really watch, but it just has a little bit of visual interest to help them get engaged, I think. This is just a volume, uh, easy access to volume here. So that's one of the children's bedtime stories. And then the next one is meditate. So these are different meditations, and they have multiple lessons in them. And they're on different topics: personal growth, relationships, peace and happiness. And then there's also kids meditation down here. So let's see. Let's go back up to managing stress. Here you can see where there's, I don't know, like 10 or 12 different lessons within that, what they call a class. Um,
Welcome to Soothing Pods Meditation. In today's meditation, we will explore the nature of stress, looking at why it arises and how we might mindfully navigate it when it does.
So this app is kind of combining not only guided meditation with some basically what I would call a lesson, sort of some learning content, which I think is nice. And it's also nice. It's very faint, but it does say how long each lesson is when you're looking at them, so you know what you know what your time commitment is. And then let's look at one of the kids' meditation. When I'm feeling scared.
Started.
Uh-oh.
Hello, friend.
Okay.
I'm so happy you're here with me at Soothing Pods When I'm Feeling series. In this series, we're becoming friends with our emotions. Some emotions make us feel good, but some emotions don't feel very good.
So I can turn the volume down. So there are a few other buttons at the bottom. One is a sound customization. So you can choose a different narrator, a different voice, like there's a female voice. You can increase the volume of the music, background music. So this is basically showing you all the different options that you can have. Like you can add light rain, or so it's very customizable in that way, which is nice. And then this one can turn the, the narration back up.
And imagine you are walking past the park. All of a sudden, you hear noises coming from the bushes.
The rain's a little bit too loud.
It's quiet now.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
bear, crocodile, and you feel scared. Can you feel fear in your body start at the tip of your toes, slowly?
Okay. So I'm going to stop that one. So that was, a specific meditation about feelings for kids.
We actually couldn't hear the rain.
Oh, you couldn't hear the rain. Okay.
A little too. I think Zoom was blocking it out because it's not.
Oh, that might be, yeah, background sounds. It wants to block out, yeah. But hopefully people can see that it's really nice that you can customize those different background sounds. I think for individuals, we all just find certain things more comforting, kind of like, or even distracting. Maybe the music is distracting, so you turn the music down and you can turn the rain up or whatever. So I just think that's a really nice feature that they added. And then the other tabs at the bottom, there's one that's just music. Same thing, you can add, like they have music they say is for focus, but you can add, adjust those, and they have lullabies for kids. Another nice feature. And then over here they have sounds. And this is ASMR is something I don't know that much about, but it's a specific soothing audio that people find helps them relax. And so here we have having a little trouble with the internet. A cat purring. And so then within this one, of course, cute visual, nice sound. I'll turn it up, make sure you can hear it. There's also a timer. So I can set the timer if I want this to go for an hour while I'm falling asleep or whatever. And that's just one of the different animal sounds among the different sounds in here. So I think that's a lot of features for that, an app. So this one is by Soothing Pod. And the last meditation one is called Smiling Mind. This is a great app. This is a completely free app out of Australia. There's a lot of content in here, different audio lessons, meditations, practice activities. It's set up so that it can be used in the classroom. It's organized into 5 different mental fitness areas: live mindfully, grow connections, flexible thinking, act purposefully, recharge your body. And then they also have what they call context, like 3 different settings. So there are different avenues through which you can enter the library of all the different things. Even more here, you can say for adults, for kids. So yeah, there's a lot there. And then let me go up to the classroom one. Then you can see what they call, since it's from Australia, they call kids grades 1 through 6. Teens are grades 7 through 12, and then adults. So that's what they have. And then within that, I'm going to go back here. I go down to kids. Oh, I know, I can just go to favorites. So here, these are basically operating as filters. So you can untap it and it will just show you kids. And then this one I'm going to play called Be Happy to Be You. And down here I have closed captioning turned on.
Do you know there are 5 different parts to your well-being? Let's have a look at them. Part 1 is to live mindfully.
It's less than 2 minutes
Mindfulness is
long.
when we notice our emotions, when we pay attention to what we're thinking and how our thoughts and emotions work together. Part 2 is to embrace flexible thinking. Flexible thinking means to look at things from different perspectives.
Okay. So really nice that it does have the built-in closed captioning. So you can set that up for someone. They don't have to be able to, for someone that can't hear it, they can also follow along. And then let's go back here. Everybody. Let's see. I think there's actually, oh no, I'll just go to my favorites. Come on. Over here.
This Smiling Mind meditation is designed to help you to become aware of the changing nature of all things and to help you to accept change. Get into your comfortable meditation position.
Okay. So that one was noticing change. Any questions about this one? Oh, I forgot to show there's even a how are you feeling today check-in. Um, I'm not sure if there's a place to go where you can just see everything all at once. What are you looking for? But there is a search, so that's nice.
Jem always dreamed of being a sailor. Today was a big day, the first sailing class. She climbed aboard the boat, took the rope and carefully tied the sail to the edge of
One
the
for
boat.
kids.
Then, all of a sudden, her knot came loose and the
It's a
sail
really
spun
short
around,
one.
knocking her down. All the kids on the boat looked at her. If you were Jem, what would you say to yourself?
Okay, so this one has a little bit of an interactive. Then you get to the next page and you choose what you would say to yourself. I'm going to choose I'm not good at this yet. Finished. It does keep track of what you do and how many times, but anyway. So that is Smiling Mind. Like I said, it's got stuff for all different ages and there's a lot to just kind of poke around and explore. That's the place where it has your stats, like you've done this many on which dates. Any questions about Smiling Mind? Okay. All right. Then moving right along, we're going to go to mood tracking and journaling. This is called Feely Emotion Tracker for Kids. Starting with a breathe in and out. And then this is a page at which the child chooses what they're feeling, and they're represented by different monsters. And I'm going to show you what those are. So here's the anxious monster. Here's where I will show you. I'm going to tap on this to bring up the speaking. And let's see.
And that's some good news for us, since we can use this knowledge to take control over habit.
I'm not sure that was the right place.
Expand speaking bar. Expand speaking bar.
Oh, God.
Fear is an
There we
emotion you
go.
might feel when you're unsure or something worries you. It might be dark, or you hear a strange noise, and your heart starts to beat faster. This is completely normal and happens to everyone sometimes. Fear can also help us be cautious and protect ourselves. Next time you feel scared, remember it's okay, and try to talk to someone who can comfort you and help you feel safe again.
Okay, so that's just taking us through the different monsters, but so you can have can listen to it. It has quite a few different ones. And then this one is iOS only, but there is I did find an alternative for Android that I have on the handout called Moody Me. And that one is a little bit similar. You know, it has like a colorful wheel and they select it, but it has little cartoon characters and for pretty young kids, I think. Okay, the other one is Daylio. It's this green one with the big smile face on it. And Daylio is a journal check-in kind of an app, and it's really easy to use. So I think of this as an alternative. Here you can see some of the practice ones that I put in there. Hopefully you can see that. An alternative to actually sitting and writing in a journal because it's just really simple to do. So I'm going to go down here and hit the plus sign. Okay. How are you today? I'll say I'm that. And then it takes me to this screen, and this is all customizable. So it has here a box of emotions to choose from, health, hobbies, goals, and you can change those, put those in there. Here's a goal called Go to Nature. So you can create your own, you can choose select goals and add them. And you can type in notes if you want. You can actually take a photo or do a voice memo. So very, very flexible as far as access. Um, and so then for me to do my check-in, I can say, I can just select how I'm feeling. Super easy. I've been drinking water. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna play with my dog for sure. And then which goal? Oh, I'm gonna call a friend. And then I just save it. And there it is, a new check-in. So as far as tracking and kind of, looking at what you're doing, how you're feeling, then when I go here to the stats at the bottom, it shows which days I checked in. Oh, a mood chart. Okay. And then even a mood count and even an activity count. There's something you can't do unless you do premium. But you can do basically most of this. The free version is limited to one goal and 9 moods. So I guess if you pay the premium, then you get unlimited goals and moods and more colors and customizations. But there is still a lot you can do with this on the free version. So that is Daylio. And moving right along here. Learning coping strategies. How did I get off filter? I must have gone too far. There we go. Understanding your emotions. The first one is Khan Academy Kids. Wow.
Khan Academy Kids.
And in here, I've got this library. And I have books about feelings. And so when I open
When
it,
I'm Sad by Cynthia Platt.
you can read it by yourself or you can have it read to you.
Alo had worked hard to create some new art. He wanted to have a gallery in the play yard for his friends. But when the time came to hang his art outside, it started.
Okay, I'm going to pause that there. So it goes through just a really short little story about how he was feeling. And then there's also videos. I have to go down here and there's videos about early feelings. So if I choose that one.
Marisol is the queen of making friendship bracelets. Purple is the last color she needs to finish her collection. But it looks like Oscar took all the purple yarn for himself. Let's see how Marisol feels.
Now let me pause it.
Marisol crosses her arms and furrows her eyebrows.
So there are 10 different videos about feelings for kids. So that was speedy, but I want to go on to the next one called How We Feel. This is a very nice app that is totally free. It's created by a nonprofit. So I can do a check-in. Easy. Yeah, just simple check-in, how you feeling. And then here I can add a journal entry. Okay. And I did want to point out that this has AI. This is called Go Deeper with AI. And so I'll show you what happens then. So it kind of helps you explore more. What do you think has sparked this sense of inspiration today? Oh, my work, of course, has. Go deeper again. And it goes through, and then at the end, it offers like an affirmation, and also some suggested actions. So I was pleasantly surprised with the AI support. I thought it was pretty good. Oh, here you go. Reflection, insight, affirmations. Yeah. Okay. I'll complete my check-in. And then we can go to tools. I don't want to do that right now. We can go to tools. And here we have different kinds of activities, experiences, practices. All the text has spoken audio with it. And here's like a strategy. So if we do like a self-talk.
Think of someone you love, like a family member, friend, or even a
And it's recorded audio, it's not, the robot. So
Picture them in your mind, sitting across from you, looking distressed, sad, or upset. Offer them words of understanding and compassion. Now use the same words on yourself. Talk to yourself as you would that friend.
how awful was that? So kind of quick, easy, I think, pretty nice little activity. And then there's also videos. Here's just Emotions 101, and they're human recorded videos that you.
How many times have you had a difficult feeling that you were convinced would never go away? How many times have you had a fantastic
And
feeling
there are
that you wished would go on forever?
closed
You
captions
aren't
as
alone.
well.
We now know, and science has shown, that our brains tend to overestimate the duration of strong feelings.
So yeah, so a lot of good stuff in there about learning about feelings. And I really like just sort of the variety of different ways that you can interact with the app, and the kind of human element of these, actual videos. So okay. Moving along here. Now we are at learning coping strategies. This is another children's one called Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame.
Little children, big challenges. Breathe, think, do. Hola, Mando from Sesame Street here. Look, this monster is frowning and his shoulders are all scrunched up. He's feeling frustrated because he tried and tried to put on his shoes, but he just couldn't do it. Tap on the monster's belly to help him put his hands on it. Tap slowly on his belly.
So there is an interactive element and no reading required at all.
The monster is calming down. Choose an activity.
And then it lets you access the others as you work your way through them.
Choose an activity.
Okay. So that's Breathe, Think, Do with Sesame. And then the other one I have is called Mind Doc. It's the orange one with the big funny M on it. Mental health support. No, I don't want to pay for you. So there's a guided check-in. Are you happy and in a good mood right now? Yes. Do you have people you can rely on? Has kind of a lot of questions, but sure. It only asks for the rating if you say have a negative response to it. What is considered negative, I guess. Yes. No. Yes. Good. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Down here, then we have what they call daily discoveries. These are little brief exercises or audio lessons. And then there are these courses. Now, this is one that many of the lessons or courses are restricted. Here you can see that padlock to the plus level. But here's one I wanted to show. Coping with stress. So this will give you an idea. Oh, I noticed they put these little symbols. So some of them you can listen to and some you have to read. So this one looks like it has both. So if I tap on, would you like to listen to or read this part? So I'm going to say that I want to listen. The nature of stress.
Before getting into suggestions for reducing stress, let's first clarify what stress actually is. It was only a little over 100 years ago that the term stress was even first used, meaning a state of being overwhelmed. This overwhelmed state can be triggered by anything.
So that, go back. I want to show us. I guess it's just starting where I was. It says chapter 2. Okay, so let's look at another one. Here's sleep better. This one.
Progress 17%. To improve your sleep, it can be helpful to know more about what's involved in the body with and during sleep. This chapter covers REM and non-REM sleep, different stages in the sleep cycle, role of hormones and sleep to process model of sleep, consequences of lack of sleep.
Oh, good. It stopped. Okay. Okay. Read. So each course, so just to give an idea of how much is in here, it's quite a bit. Oops. Each course then has exercises. Yeah. Let's see. Anything else useful? Keeps track. Yeah. So that's basically few different, but I think the learning component in there and is really helpful, or just these little 1-minute insight or so that is called MindDoc. And the text heavy parts do work with the screen reader, so that's great. No questions for me?
Ellen.
Golly, okay. All right, well, the next thing is is it doing that? There we go, practicing healthy habits. So these, a lot of the different apps, share different features. They have a journaling or a tracking or whatever, but these two that I have here have a little bit more of the like keeping track of your habits and kind of encouraging you with reminders and that kind of a thing. The first one is called Avocation Habit Tracker. And I think it looks like an avocado. I don't know if it's an avocado. I think it probably is. Down here. And in this free version, it's limited to 3 habits. Or the pro version is just a $17.99 purchase. So to add a habit here, form a new habit. Daily goal, how many times a day you want to do that? Just once. I don't have the notifications on right now, but then I can choose color. Yeah. They restrict the colors when you haven't paid for it. Why doesn't it let me choose? There we go. I do like the icons, nice bold icons. And every day, start this habit. So there it is, walk every day. So the meditate one I have set to be 2 times a day, and I've already tapped on it once. And the drink water one I have set to be 4 times a day. So if I tap it, it goes another quarter of the way around the circle. And so let's say I just got back from my walk, then I'll tap that one, and it grows your plant. So motivationally grow your plant. That's annoying. Yeah. Oh, okay. So that one's crossed up. So again, you can have a lot of these if you pay for the app. And down here we can see our plant. Over here, we can see today or this week, how many times I met my goals, even with the, a calendar version of that. And then over here, it also offers sort of some lessons about developing habits. So this one I think I can use with the screen reader.
Have you ever wondered why it is so hard to stick to the New Year resolutions list? Why do bad habits haunt us for years, and all attempts to break them turn into failures? What happens to our motivation to start doing that cool thing from next Monday on?
Yeah, so walks you through some information here. And there's other lessons here about developing habits. So
I have a question about Spanish language on some of these apps.
yeah.
I know a couple of them have Spanish built in, but I don't know about all of them. Like the Sesame Street one, you can switch to Spanish. But from there, I don't know. Do you know?
I don't know. No, I don't know. And trying to remember what I've seen, if I've seen. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, it's tricky when they don't have settings, because I think it would be something you would find in settings. This one I don't even see has settings. Huh. Great question. I'm guessing, I don't know that Australia would have it. Profile. Yeah. And the other question is if you used a translator within the app, would it work? Yeah, how well would it access the content? Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not know.
Well, I did just look up Smiling Mind.
Mm-hmm.
Google's Play Store has a Spanish version.
Oh, nice.
So I wonder if the Apple App Store would as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how similar it is.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay. So then the last one I have is called Finch, and this is this little gray bird icon. And Finch is a self-care pet, daily journal, and habit tracker. And I really think of this one as for all ages. I mean, probably not preschooler that can't read, but um it's cute, but I think it's also very usable by adults. Um, so we're at the home page right now. And when you first start it, when you first get the app, it asks you questions, guides you through some questions, and you get a starter plan and you set your self-care goals. So these are all the goals, and this is the free version. Um, all these goals here. And so then when I go in each day and I can say, I can check it off. And it does lots of positive reward celebrating with noises and sparkles. Um, Up here, it's keeping track of, so this is 5 lightning points. Um, so I believe that I named my bird Bubba. And then the things that you're collecting are called rainbow stones. And he has a few accessories now that I was able to earn by, and he starts as a baby and then he grows up. Oh, her, sorry. Bubba is a she. I should have known that. And then we can chat as well. Through the door, Bubba enters a lush garden. There's no sign of the rabbit, only a little round table holding a cake. Look, a snack. It even wants me to eat it. I can't disappoint it. Bubba devours a delicious cake. There's a lot of playfulness here if you're, if you find that kind of thing motivating. Um Bubba shrunk. Oh, she did shrink. I'm too tiny for the tea party. Okay. Okay, so these are different adventures. So, here we go. So Bubba goes on, the bird goes on these different quests, and um, the more points that you get, the sooner she comes back from the quest, and you can do more things. Basically, earn more rainbow points. And then, oh, here, I'll show you the quests are.
It's Alice in Wonderland month, according to Samantha.
Yes, it
That's
is.
why
It is. Yes, yes.
recognizes themes there.
Yeah, right. Um, so I completed a goal, and so then you claim your your reward. Here's my points adding up there. She's building a micro pet. Okay. I get back out here. Okay. And then oh, special quests, hints. Okay. Oh, I took the window away. Okay. So lots of fun things you can do. I don't have enough to get a micro pet yet, but I have added a couple costume items. So that's the quests and then the shop. Friends, let's see what's in the bag. Bubba's bag. She has mail. Okay. It's really loud. So gamified habit tracking. There's Bubba. She's a toddler, 5-day streak. All right. Well, let's see what happens if. Oh, that's nice. I forgot that they have so many suggestions for you. So it's kind of helpful. Stand up for 10 seconds. Okay. Wash my face, add to an area. Well, it's really kind of guided. Yeah. Save it. I have a special gift. Hmm. Oh, I got a skirt. Yay. Equip means it's going to be, she's going to put it on. Okay. So anyway, that is, you can, use the different features or not. Let's see what we have up here. My goals, my self-care areas. I don't remember where I see the stats. Anyway, so that is the self-care pet. There's a lot in here. It's a lot. So she's on her journey right now. I have another special gift one. And it seems to be like 7 or 8 hours, and then you can go back in and do more and set off on another journey. And you can do all the activities, you can do everything in the free version. So it's not like you can't access thing or it limits the number of goals, but it just adds more customizations when you do the plus version. So that's kind of nice that you can do everything though. Okay. And I think I will switch back here. And we have just a couple more minutes, if there are any questions that people have or comments you want to share about wellness apps that you have tried. On the handout, I did list a few other kind of runners up, I guess, that I did not demonstrate today. But some apps people have heard of, like Calm and Unplug and Headspace, some of those are advertised a lot. I have found some of those I think I haven't really been able to explore without paying like, $60 to $100 a year to be able to look at it. So I'm not that likely to present on it. Some of them are just a little bit more text heavy. That's something I'm not going to probably show as much. So anyway, thank you for joining us today. I hope this was helpful. Whoops. That's how you can contact us at the Simon Technology Center about this workshop or any other technology questions. We do have a few upcoming workshops from the Tech Center. Next week is how to use switch control for iPads. That's going to be a good one. And then in March 5, early childhood and assistive technology. And April 9, we'll be exploring Chromebook accessibility. And here's a QR code if you want to get to that information about our workshops. There should be a link to an evaluation in SurveyMonkey on Zoom and in the chat. Please fill that out and let us know how we can improve our workshops. And if you do want a certificate of attendance, you need to fill that out and watch for the link that comes up after you submit it. You have to click on that link and that will open the document for you that you can put your name on for that certificate. Great. Nicole raised her hand. Let's see. Oh, should we close? Should I end it? Yep. Do that.